everyone, it's Catherine. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my September 2021 plan with me. Oh, I can't believe it's already September. This month I am still working in my beautiful notebook therapy journal, and I am using the stickers from Planning with Kay for a magical forest theme. I'm going to try something a little bit different this month in terms of the description. I know most of the time when you watch a Plan With Me video, you see in the description people will link the supplies they used. I will link my notebook and I will link the stickers because those are not my work. The stickers themselves are not my design. I didn't make them. I didn't come up with the idea. And I think attribution in that way is very important. But in terms of the actual like more mundane supplies, the markers, the pencils, all that kind of stuff, I'm not going to link that this month. Sometimes I think we can get really bogged down in the feeling like we need to use exactly what someone else used, or oh no, it's not going to turn out how they did it because I don't have this particular color marker or whatever. And I don't really want to be part of that, and I know I have an easy time kind of falling into that trap myself, so use what you have. If you don't have my exact notebook either, that's fine. Use whatever. I'm not necessarily interested in seeing people recreate my ideas. These are just my ideas and some things that I find cute and interesting and fun. So I will link the things that creatively are not mine. Otherwise, use what you have. And if you want to share what you did, whether it's an inspiration from my spreads or your own or whatever, and you want to tag me on Instagram, I would love to see them. I will link my Instagram down below also. But otherwise, just be creative. So here I decided to make a fairy house out of a mushroom. I've been seeing a lot of mushrooms lately. I think this year it's kind of a big thing, mushrooms. And I thought it'd be really cute to turn a mushroom into a fairy house, since the stickers that I got from Planning with Kay have a lot of really cute little gnomes and fairies and unicorns, and I figured they needed a place to live. So I started out with my pencil outline, and I made my usual grid, like just dividing the page into 4 grid in order to help me with the spacing. It's still not perfectly centered, but I think it's better than it would have been. I was feeling very unanchored when I went to make the outline. So I thought just having that grid there as an anchor point would be very helpful. And so I have a light brown for the stem and a nice bright red and white dots for the top of the mushroom, the cap. I also made a chimney for the house out of a smaller but similar mushroom. And then I'm using a darker brown, it's probably more like a medium shade brown, for the door and the outline of the windows. And then I filled the windows in with this really pretty golden yellow, so it looks like, there's some light coming out of the windows. And then I thought it would be fun to take some various shades of sort of like earthy green to make blades of grass, as though, that's what's coming up, growing up around the mushroom. Because, mushrooms are usually in the ground and there might be grass around it. And it's fall, so I didn't feel like doing tons of flowers. Although in my mind, September is still fairly summery. It's heading towards fall. There's definitely that shift in the air, in the atmosphere, but it's not like full on fall yet. So I feel like this is a touch of fall with still some perhaps somewhat summery warm weather vibes, because at least where I live, September always surprises me with just how warm it still is. Although not today. Today it's quite cold. Not that it's September yet, but you know what I mean. So then after I finished coloring everything in, I'm just taking my brush pen and writing September up top. I decided not to use cursive or calligraphy for the headers this month, and I actually really like the way this turned out. It's kind of like a spidery feeling scrawl which is how I feel like the plants and the flowers and all get this time of year too. So I think it worked. Just finding a cute little gnome sticker, and that is it for the cover page. And now I'm going on to my quote page, and I've felt a little bit unsettled in the last week or so. So as I was thinking about what quote I wanted to use um, for this month, I decided to go with a quote by Abraham Maslow. And of course, I can't read it on the screen here, but basically it says, in any given moment, we have the choice to step forward into growth or back into safety. And I thought that was really appropriate given what's kind of been going on in my life in the online ESL teaching world. If you're in that world, you know what's up. If you're not, just very briefly, the Chinese government has decided that no more foreign teachers for their online classes. I'm still able to teach for the moment, but, also figuring out what's next and what else I'm doing and how I'm going to move forward from this. And so I felt like this quote just kind of helped remind me that, stepping forward is a choice, and it's a choice to grow. And that's not a bad thing, even if it's an uncomfortable thing. So I'm just adding some more fairies and unicorns and cute little stars and things around, and then erasing my guidelines. And that is the cover page. Right, so now moving on to the September calendar. I decided this month to attempt to use a ruler, but as you can see, that didn't work out so well. So I gave up and I just drew my lines more or less freehand. I mean, I was going over the pencil lines I'd already made, but yeah, they're definitely a little wobbly, but I think that's okay. Adds to the whimsical feel this month. And so yeah, I'm just following my pencil outlines, and then I will erase the pencil, and that will be the calendar made. I did add one extra day. I've discovered I really like adding my YouTube sort of growth tracker at the end, so using whatever day is left over on the calendar. So I did draw in 31 boxes, but don't worry, I know there are not 31 days in September, and I won't be labeling it as a day. That's going to actually be my YouTube tracker. And now I'm just taking a white gel pen and covering up where that extra weird line was from the ruler. I don't usually bother with covering up those kinds of mistakes, but this month I just really didn't want that extra long dark line hanging out in my calendar. So now I'm just drawing my YouTube growth tracker, just with the same colors I've been using in this theme so far, with a space for the number of subscribers I have at the start of the month and the number I have at the end of the month. It's just a nice little way for me to keep track. And then I'm adding a notes section. I kind of squished the S a little bit. I was trying to make it all fit neatly in that one day, and then later realized that I really didn't need to do that. So once again, I took that white gel pen and just covered up the S, and I'll come back to it once that is dry. Now I am outlining some cute little mushrooms. And I was originally just going to put the mushrooms in this sort of open space where like the Monday and Tuesday would be if there were a Monday or a Tuesday in the first week of September. And I gotta say, I know this isn't a mushroom theme for the entire journal, but I just thought these mushrooms were so adorable, and I really fell in love with them. So I ended up drawing a lot more mushrooms this month than I planned on. But I think they're super cute. So I did the pencil outline for these first of all, made sure I liked how they were overlapping. Then I used my fine liner to go over the outlines, and then colored in the stem with light brown. And once again, use that fine liner to make some little dots on the tops of the mushrooms. And then I'm just coloring in the caps, alternating between that nice bright red that I used on the cover page with a softer, more muted red that I think in my mind at least, evokes a very fall sort of tone. And I really like that contrast of the bright, still sort of summery colors with the darker, more muted fall-esque colors. Because again, I feel like September is that really in-between month. I don't feel like it's fully fall because especially at the beginning of the month, it's still very, very warm. And fall doesn't technically even start until September 21st, which is really near the end. So yeah, that's my thinking. So now I've started to put the labels for the days of the week. I'm just using some stickers from the monthly kit that I bought. And this is where I really discover that I don't want to put the stickers on the rest of the days until I have that background of mushrooms, because I just loved the way it looked. And so I'm just going in and drawing some more mushrooms. And it looks like I actually just went straight in with the fine liner this time. I was just really starting to feel confident with my mushroom drawing abilities. They're not meant to be realistic, so I didn't feel the need to make them super, I don't know, super detailed or really get too fussed with if they were perfect. So it was faster and easier, and I was feeling lazy, so I just went ahead and drew them in directly with the fine liner. I don't know if you can see the second to last one. Looks a little more lollipop-like than mushroom-like, so maybe that one would have benefited from having a pencil, but oh well. I'm just going to color these in using the same alternating colors as I did for the first ones. And I found this process goes much, much faster if I color with all one marker and then color with the next marker. So instead of coloring in one mushroom entirely and then moving on to the next, I'm just using the colors. Since I know I wanted to do the pattern, I'm using the colors all at one time, so I don't have to keep capping and uncapping markers and looking around for them. So I don't know if you've noticed this, but I spend a lot of time just looking for the thing that I just put down 2 seconds ago. It's what comes with having a 5-degree field of vision. Sometimes it's just really hard, even if you just had it in your hand. It's just really hard to find what you just had. So, to darken the bottoms of the mushroom caps, I am just going over it several times with the same color. So it just looks like it's the same color, but a bit darker. And adding the rest of the day labels. And then this monthly kit actually came with little round number stickers for the days of the week. And these are very small. They are definitely not particularly visible to me. So perhaps not the most useful of number stickers. But they're so cute and they match the theme, and I just really wanted to use them. So I went ahead and used them, and I will trust in my general sense of when days are. And I mean, I do have a calendar on my phone, so if this is not the most functional in terms of me being able to actually see the numbers, it'll be fine, I think. I may regret this. I probably will regret this, but they were so cute. So I went with form over function in this case, but oh well. Some of these stickers didn't quite peel up off the backing properly, so I just used a little dot of glue to hold them in place. But most of them came out perfectly. And then I think I added a few more decorative stickers, a couple of fairies, a unicorn, a cute little leaf. I really didn't know what else to do with this spread at this point. I kind of want to add more, either decoration or something, but I wasn't sure quite what to do with it. And rather than rush the process, I like to, when I really am not sure what to do, I don't want to finish it for the sake of finishing it in the video. So I just went ahead and left it blank, and we'll see what happens next. This next spread is an idea I actually got from Amanda Rach Lee in her September plan with me. She decided to forego the habit and mood trackers and instead did a health and habit spread. Mine's not quite as big as hers is, just because I really didn't need quite as much space. I didn't have quite as much that I was tracking. But I've been feeling a little burned out on the mood trackers, and I'm just having a hard time using them each month. So I decided I really like this idea. There are some things that I don't think I need every single day. But I want to do, like, I would like to do yoga at least 3 times a week. I think that's a lot more realistic for me than saying every single day I'm going to do yoga. I'd really like to make sure that I am getting enough sleep. And so that means getting in bed by 10. But, I know I'm not going to do that every single night. And so shooting for 5 days each week, I think is more doable. So we'll see how this goes. And then I also have a cute mushroom that I drew to track the miles walked in September, and there will be more coming about that in the next video, so stay tuned. September is going to be an interesting month here. And then on the other side, I got some of these digital downloads from Planning with Kay. Again, I just really didn't feel like drawing out all the calendars, and so this time I decided to use some of her small printable calendars for my the actual habit trackers that I want to make. And this honestly made creating the spread so much easier, just having little blank calendars that I can paste in. They're all Monday starts. I know what day September starts and ends on, so I think that's going to work out very, very well. And it just makes my life so much easier. And I'm just using the Tombow glue tape here, just to stick everything down. So yeah, and then I'm going to label my habits. I don't remember what all I did for habits. Oh, and I'm also erasing the pencil line because I wasn't sure quite what I was doing with the spread, but I wanted to make sure that the pencil was gone because it turns out I don't actually need that shape on the page. And I have this really nice border around where I put my trackers. So I'm just going to add some little mushrooms on the bottom. And I didn't want to do too much on this spread because especially as the mushroom for the miles walked gets filled up and as all the other bits get filled up, it's going to turn quite colorful. And I may decide to add more stickers and decorations later if I decide that it's just feeling a bit too sparse. But there again, I didn't want to force it for the sake of finishing the video. I really wanted to let it evolve as it will throughout the month. So that is that. Oh yeah, I did. I added a cute little frog. And another fairy, because fairies are cute. Alright, then moving on, I am making my meal plan spread, and this cute banner was just perfect. It's a gnome and some magical mushrooms. So I'm just writing on these in white gel pen, and then I'm just using a number strip. I'm definitely changing up my meal plan spread this month. I've not really been feeling the Dutch door this last month or so, and I've noticed I'm not really using my shopping list the way I used to, so I didn't think I needed all that extra space. And then on the next page, I left room for my summer bucket list. As I said, I feel like September is still very much part of summer, even though a lot of people are already in fall mode. So I added some cute stickers at the bottom, some gnomes and another frog, and mushrooms and fairies and cute things, and I will continue to fill in my summer bucket list as the month goes on. And then on this next page, I am creating an Outschool schedule. Again, I just bought and downloaded a printable calendar from Planning with Kay for the month of September. And this is just a place for me not to put a really detailed schedule, but just to mark what days I have classes and maybe what type of class they are. As I said, I'm starting to create some classes for Outschool as the ESL gig with the VIP kit is going to come to an end. Then on the adjacent page, I added a spot for thoughts and just added some cute unicorn stickers and some stars, some of that nice washi tape that matched the header on the Outschool schedule page. This will give me room to brainstorm for classes if I need to, or any other thoughts that I might need to put in there. Now we're moving on to the first weekly spread in September. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. And I discovered that for whatever reason, this page in the journal is kind of wonky. It doesn't lay completely flat, it lays kind of crooked. So to solve that, I just glued the two pages together. So now I have a nice flat page to work on. I don't always do this, but this one was just so crooked and weird that I really wasn't feeling it. And it was going to be really awkward to try and draw on it and color if I wanted to and not hit the pages below it. So gluing the two pages together was a good solution at this point. I also had to stop briefly to refill my my glue tape. I totally ran out. But yeah, so now I'm just dividing the pages in fours. This first week of September is not going to be super busy, so I didn't feel like I needed tons and tons of space. So I'm just doing 8 sections on each page. The first section on the left-hand page will be the title, so that will have the week and some decorations, and then we'll have Monday through Friday for the rest with some cute mushrooms and stars and whatever else my little heart desires when it comes to decorative stickers. This is one of the things I really enjoy about using stickers. The setup portion of bullet journaling can take quite a while for me, especially just trying to see the dots and follow the dots and do all that kind of stuff can be rather time consuming. And so I really enjoy having the option to add my own decorations and my own drawings, but I also very much enjoy having stickers available. And as I move into the new year, I am definitely interested in using stickers from other shops as well. When I started doing this, Planning with Kay was one that I knew about and I knew I liked her products, so I stuck with her, and I have enough of her stickers to finish out the year because I really didn't know how much time I was going to have to order stickers and wait for stickers and do all that kind of stuff. But as I'm thinking about next year, if you have any suggestions for sticker shops that you really like, or creators that you're like, oh, you should check out their stickers or their printables, let me know. I would love to hear about some of your favorite creators and some of your favorite resources in terms of finding decorations for your journals. And so that next year I can use even more awesome products from more awesome creators. And now that this weekly spread is done, it is time for the flip through. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more on journaling and other fun hobbies, topics such as blindness, disability. Kind of are all over, we're kind of all over the place here, or I'm kind of all over the place here. But these are all things that I think are great to talk about and, just helpful for people who maybe don't think they can do this kind of thing. Trust me, if I can draw, if I can do this kind of thing, so can you. So with that said, I hope you all have a fantastic week. Have a fantastic start to your September. And let me know in the comments if you're bullet journaling, what's your theme for this month? And if you're not bullet journaling, what are you up to? Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to in September? All right, everyone, have a fantastic week, a fantastic month, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.